I'm really grumpy. And I'm grumpy about other things in my life, but the topic of the Mora companion sheath makes me extra grumpy. So, housekeeping first, I'm smoking my Dagner poker with some Frog Morton on the town, drinking some nice black coffee. Mm-mm. Mm. And here's the thing, right? This is the sheath that comes with the Mora Companion. Now, the Mora Companion is a $10 knife available from Amazon.com. And it looks like this. It's a great knife. I don't know if it's $10, but it's between $10 and $15. It's cheap. Super cheap. I've done some work to this one. We won't get into that in this video because I mostly just want to review the new sheath that I have gotten, which is the Armory Plastics LLC 8 for the Mora Companion. So original Armory Plastics. Original Armory Plastics. Now here's the problem with the original. It's a fine sheath, especially for a knife of its price range. It covers the blade. I'm not worried about it, failing. It has a drain hole. It has a belt clip. What more could you want from a sheath except, hey, it retained the knife. How about that? When it comes, the retention is pretty good. But the minute you wear it, actually the minute you have it on your belt and forget and you sit your fat ass down in your Honda Civic, this happens, right? And it still holds the knife. It's still in there. Well, there you go. But it widens the sheath hole. Can I say that on YouTube? The sheath hole? It widens it, and pretty soon you got... Oh, shit. I was going to have that chair reupholstered anyway. Pretty soon you got a knife which will basically just fall out of the sheath. It's not quite that bad, but I don't want to drop it out of my lap. I have cut myself severely with this knife, and I have great respect for it, as I do all knives. Anyway, not as much retention as I would like. So I thought, well, I could mod the sheath, and for the past week or so, I have put a rubber band around this part of the sheath and doubled it over, and that does give you pretty good retention. You just look like you went to the bushcraft store in the ghetto. So I decided that since this knife is going to be a staple of my outdoor kit for a long time, I would go ahead and buy an aftermarket sheath. So I bought the Armory Plastic Sheath, which is available on Amazon for 20 bucks, right? Pretty good deal. It's Kydex with a heavy-duty plastic belt clip, and it retains the knife via some sort of squeezy mechanism in here, and well, it retains it pretty well. However, the first thing I did was walk out into the yard with it like this and try to sling it as hard as I could. The knife came right out. Now that's not a good test of a sheath, because how often are you swinging your knife around by the sheath? Unless you're a moron, not very often. However, I came home in a rush the other day. I was wearing my pack and I had this on my belt, and I took my pack off, and the friction of the strap against the rubber handle of the knife pulled it right out, fell out on the floor. So today, I'm going to heat this Kydex up and squeeze it. But first, let's talk about this sheath. It's hard to find a sheath for the Mora Companion. This a good value, because you don't want to spend 50 bucks on a sheath for a $10 knife, right? On the other hand, you don't want to get something crappy because it comes with something crappy. So you want a little bit of an upgrade. I think this was priced about right. It is well-made Kydex. And it's got this kind of rubbery, there's like a rubbery stopper in there between the clip and the sheath itself. And it does rotate 360 degrees, just like your mom. Further similarities are that it has a drain hole made by the folding of the Kydex, which, One of the Amazon reviews said that they wish there was another screw down here because there's a little gap in the Kydex. That don't confront me as long as I get my money next Friday. I feel like it's a pretty damn well-made sheath, to be honest with you. Stock retention really is, I mean, it's plenty. It's plenty. It is. I'm a paranoid guy, and I want more than stock retention. Don't tase me, bro. Okay, here we go. You ready? You ready? Let's do it. Only works for the leaf blower. Okay, well, there's a flaw in my plan. And the flaw is that to get the Kydex hot enough to shape it, you got to get it pretty hot. And I did not prepare by bringing something to shape it with. So my hand really hurts right now. Okay, well, after further shaping, I think that I will give this sheath. I think now it gets like a good 4.5, 5 stars actually. It's $20. It's $20 on Amazon, and it has good retention, covers the blade, has a drain hole, Okay, all right, only 4 stars because this could at least be modular. Well, there is a hex screw in there, so I don't know if you can buy just the belt clip, but I feel like this will be prone to the exact same thing, the fat acetosis sitting on the sheath and bending it. I feel like that could be a problem, although based on where the knife rides in the sheath compared to the stock one, because it's not coming up here, maybe it'll be better. I don't know. Whatever keeps me from getting stabbed by this knife, I'm good with. And now that we've shaped it, yeah, pretty good retention. I think I can live with that. I mean, it's kind of unreasonable to expect any more retention than this, I think. Retention is like, it's a trade-off. There are great retention systems out there that then require some kind of locking mechanism or something. If you want to just pull the knife out of the sheath, there's always going to be a balance of retention versus ease of removal. I think it strikes a pretty good balance. I would definitely recommend buying this for $20. For $30, I don't know. I think if this one dies, if I'm able to destroy this sheath, the next sheath will be just a nice leather one, or I'll just start using a different knife. But I'm really attached to this knife. My stitches are healing up, their stitches are gone, but my wound is almost healed, and I have most of the motion back in that finger. Can still feel a little bit when I play guitar, but yeah, I'm pretty attached to it. It's a sentimental knife now. I've put a patina. I forced a patina because I kept getting little rust spots, and supposedly a patina will help with that. So I stabbed it into an apple and left it a while, and that's what we get. That's what we get. There was already kind of a patina forming anyway. Added a lanyard because if it's going to fall out, the reason I bought this sheath is because it fell out of the old one and I had to look for it, and I would like a little bit of high-vis garb on this thing as opposed to just the OD green and black. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. I would recommend this product. Amazon, $20. Armory Plastics LLC 8. I don't know if LLC is the model number or if it's like Armory Plastics LLC Model 8. I don't know. Whatever. Look it up. You'll find it. Thanks for watching. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind. Yeah, see? Pretty good.